in comparison to all the other SMGs, but none to be seen on SK. They are going in pretty much dry and just shimmying through towards... What? What, Taco? That's just a double drive-by. That's ridiculous. Rain and AZ. Oh, not like this. This is absolutely obscene play from SK. This is the round you do not win, and this is the round that they're going to fur. Destroys Fox and Keo. Walk away in shame, because that is not a round you want to remember.
Jacob completely messing up the spray there when they pushed themselves out of the platform, and it was looking so promising, and this was such a pitiful buy from SK. Keep in mind, they threw away their opportunity to go for a third round full buy by forcing up on the second, but they were still able to move in here with just P250s for the most part, and still shut down FaZe. This round's already over. At this point, Kiyoshima is looking to save now. So many positions being messed up, and such a great opener from Taco. Now all of a sudden, things are not looking so great. Keo trying to keep himself alive. Picks up at least one kill here, but down at 8 HP. They know exactly where he is. They're hot on his tail, and Fallen just jumps.
We sat on the CZ, so maybe AZ, I'm not sure if he's got a better spawn or any reason. He's just like, no, I want to take it. He's got a decent spawn toward long, but he's not even looking towards it. So maybe just feeling, I need this. Get out of here, Fox, I don't care. Everyone else on the CZs, the 5-7s, buying into what they can, but this is a very limited purchase, and they're going to have to do something incredible here. Hey, SK did it before, but I don't see it happening twice in one game.
Well, we're getting into the mix of things now. FaZe moving out, trying to hold on to this site with 4 alive and 4 in position to try to hold, but with force-ups, it's going to be a bit rough. Thankfully for them, SK, at the very least, are giving them a bit of respect at the beginning of this round. They're holding back. They're not pushing into the site just yet, but even a bit of fidgetness coming out on FaZe. Already moving Kiyoshima back over to the A site in the event they try to go for a push on here, but for now, things staying very static, and SK are just going to hold in their positions to run the timer down a bit.
And it's pretty much on AZ here, in my eyes at least. He has the weapon to do all the damage with, and everyone else trying to support around him, play positions that could actually help him out here, but AZ going to be smoked off into a bit of a worse spot, to say the least, or if he went in towards a spot to try and find a shot towards Taco, Taco was already pre-firing it, and coldzera is waiting patiently as well. AZ, he's got to play this right, and it's such a small margin to play it right and also get caught out. He's just seen the step come across, so might need to back away from this soon. He's being a little bit strong-headed to stick out this long, but again, he can do a lot of work from this spot, but it is forcing SK to maybe just think, well, if he's going to be this present, let's say, on B, why don't we just test the waters by A? They've got 30 seconds still.
And now moving back over, Fallen leads the charge a bit cautiously with only 27 seconds left on the clock. Moving again, Fox to hold it along with Kiyoshima, but not Kiyoshima anymore as it's cold again. Big player in this matchup, able to take down that first strike. FNX moving and actually having a bit of trouble taking down Rain. And Jacob moving back into the main doorway. Him and Fox picking up 2 kills for the CT side. 10 seconds left to get on that site, but they're having trouble doing even that. 2 more frags for FaZe, and the attempt at a plant comes out from Taco, but it's too late. That hesitation.
FaZe just worked for that, so looking at what's happened now, SK's money is far from perfect. They've got the Deagles, they've got the Tech 9, however, coldzera still with the AWP, and Taco with a rifle. There's still a lot to be seen in this round, a lot to be said for this team working with less than perfect forms, let's call it that way, as Jacob, AZ, and Rain will be waiting on the B site. But again, SK, they like to run that clock down. They're not, you know, those super fast teams. They don't want to just run at things. They can make FaZe sweat a little bit in this one.
We still have a pretty heavy committal to the A site, though, so in the event, it's going to be straightforward from SK to drop down here. The reinforcements need to come in quickly, but FaZe Clan are so heavily pushed in, like Kiyoshima with a shotgun and suicide steps and whatnot. It's going to take a long time for those rotations to come in, and these guys have not been so great in opening duels, at least judging from their T side. Still something that would, in theory, carry over to the other half now. So to begin things, it's still very slow from SK, holding it back now. Molotov going to come in Taco's direction, actually is hitting him, so he has to use his smoke to stay in that corner, not get opted out by a player that could be hiding by the boxes.
And it looks like SK, as soon as they wanted to go, nice little counter flash came out, slowed him down again, down to 50 seconds, and the lower that clock gets, the better FaZe feel about things. They've still got a little bit of utility to halt any big attacks. Only coldzera with the smoke at the moment. 1 flash with Taco. First got himself a nice little spot here, but completely flashed up. AZ makes the most of that. A really clean, quick pick up there for him, and Jacob dancing with the idea of this. You've got to be careful, though. The 2 players who can do the most damage are just behind that smoke.
And they are taking their time on SK, but it makes a lot more sense this time since they're not at an advantage. But look at Jacob from that position, cold! Doesn't even matter! Gets him up in the face, and Taco tapping away, finds AZ with some support from Fallen. Fallen wrapping around, he messes that up though. Rain's able to take him down, but it's Taco and FNX again that move back in. 2 quick kills coming back out from those players. Kiyoshima is the last one, and here's that problem with the rotate that we were talking about. Takes him so long to get here, and well, he's a player with a shotgun, so with that range, what hopes he's gonna do? He does find it up, but with a 1-on-3 and such little intel for post plants, there's no way he's going to be able to justify attempting that. Time to fall away, let SK grab the 14th round, and at least carry that up into the next one.
coldzera hitting that shot. That could have changed, not necessarily the whole outcome, but that could have made such an awkward situation arise if that had worked out for them. But coldzera hitting a pretty ridiculous shot there. Being a little outdone here, and Keo is running the hell away as far as he can do. He wants to keep that AWP so desperately. No one's chased Taco, coldzera, and FNX, of course, want to keep these rifles themselves. So as well, they were only on, what, one on the other side, SK with everything. They've got that full set of everything they want to bring into this round. So the game is certainly in their hands, but FaZe can still do work. They have done in the past. They've turned rounds like this, but it's been few and far between.
This is indeed basically a Hail Mary buy coming out from FaZe with the shotguns, hoping they can grab these close battles and drop by the broken wall and suicide steps, as you can see from Keo. But the odds of them getting all of that combined is going to be so low. And now SK have switched up the game plan again. It's moving its way over towards long A to push over out onto that site. You'll leave Kiyoshima along with Fox as your main defenders to try and hold this back as SK continue to bring this forward. Even after a bit of a slip up there, which messed up their economy, they immediately battle it back and now have the lead going in their favor yet again.
I would argue at least they have Fox there with the AWP, so the potential for turning something into the favorable side of FaZe is in the right place for now. However, Cold having such a colossal impact into this matchup so far is going to make that seem a little bit of a fast stretch, but Keo's going to be waiting on the corner. They're trying to make the most of what that Mag 7 can achieve, and it can do damage. Fallen likes to play up here himself on it, but it's FNX just to punish him straight away. So information comes flooding in, but by now it's all in the hands of Fox, Rain, AZ, Jacob, all coming over, but by now SK already starting to approach the site.
Boxing the rest of FaZe out too. They've got to try to go back on top, but just FNX and Fur closing out the kills. AZ and Fox both go down. It's Rain and Jacob to try and hold this, but what hope do they have? All these kills have been out on the site. It's not even like they could try to retrieve too many guns from their teammates there. They're stuck with these shotguns. Rain at the very least is a CZ, but it's just not going to end up working out for them in this situation. But they've already tried saving. That didn't really end up working out too well, as the AWP was barely used whatsoever here. They've gotten a few players low. There's just so little room to work with. And SK are almost definitely going to be taking this round.
Scoreline going to be 15-6. As Rain and Jacob probably just trying to hold on to this more than anything. If they can get exits, if they can get something away, that'd be brilliant. But first, having absolutely none of it. Rain, what was he watching then? I don't know what he was placed for if that was the case, because I don't know, maybe just assuming someone could come through drop at some point, but first found both of them.
Maybe looking for like someone trying to wrap it. With only one more round, they're going to be moving on into the playoff stage, playing on our big stage in the Lanxess Arena.
Yep, SK know what's in mind. They've said that they're incredibly motivated for this event, and read into that what you will, but they have turned up and they've looked good at this one so far. But it's not over yet. There are still rounds to be played out, assuming FaZe can do something here. If you want to go through it statistically, it's not looking likely. It's 6 rounds into their pocket, but FNX already dancing with danger there as Rain's just lurking on the side of that smoke, but the rest of SK postured to try and make that B hit happen. Rain going to step into it. 6 shot from Rain will at least find FNX, but now what else can be done? Can anyone else provide that sort of deal, damage that he's done there across the board?
Fallen creeping into nothing to be seen just yet, but if Keo presses forward enough to try and hug the broken wall, it may become an easy target for Fallen, as there is not a lot of pressure watching for a drop play right now. Looking his way out more, and Rain watching outside of the window too. There's Fallen that spots the gun of Keo. Takes his arm right off there as it picks up another kill. And this should open the way path for the rest of SK to move in. He still has to be a bit careful of Rain moving in behind him, but still fragging as Jacob also goes down. And now the rest of these players can easily push out on the site.
Fallen limb by limb, tearing apart FaZe here. There's another one gone, as now it's down to Fox in a 1v4. Hell, he's in a good spot, but it's not good enough here. 4 players, a bomb plant about to be put into place. This would be hero level of performance if he comes up with the goods, and already Fallen looking for more. coldzera's there to back him up, and there it is, sealing the deal. coldzera closes it.